Hi, my name is Durante Parks, and I am a commercial transaction engineer. I structure and facilitate commercial financing transactions. I'm a native Atlantan. I currently live in Fayetteville, Georgia. Fayetteville is a suburb on the south side of Atlanta, about 45 minutes from the Hartsfield International Airport. In the early 80s, I had a tax problem, and what I was able to do was go to a Carlton Sheets weekend workshop to come up with a way to offset my tax problem. And the objective was to zero out my taxes. In the next 12 months, I actually purchased 20 single-family homes over a 12-month period. 24 months later, I had ended my single-family home investing activities and have never yet returned to them. But that's another story for another time. I no longer invest in single-family homes, nor do I do any financing for single-family homes with one exception, and that is for the development of communities. That I can facilitate. That's basically a commercial transaction. But during my career, I've purchased income properties, I've flipped income properties, I've financed income properties, I've structured leverage buyouts, I've done commercial factoring, I've done business startup funding, and numerous debt and equity transactions, from hotel construction financing to actually brownfield. I've basically seen a lot of stuff and done a lot of things. I've designed custom loan programs, negotiated moratoriums for clients with lenders, have modified non-modifiable loans. I have assumed non-assumable loans. I've had due on sale clause waived. I've purchased portfolios of property. I've negotiated with sellers, structured notes, finance notes, purchase notes from banks, and from a lot of other creative transactions, including structuring of high leverage financing transactions. Now, when I say high leverage, I'm referring to anything above 85% LTV up to 110% LTV. I don't invest in distressed properties or work with distressed people or even get involved in distressed situations. I'm an income investor, and all of my activities are based on income. I will finance a distressed transaction, but I won't invest in it. And I always make full price offers, and I'm a master at creative deal structuring. I'm pretty good at what I do, and it comes pretty natural to me. All right. So over the course of my career, my 35 years, I've actually facilitated over 1.5 billion in commercial transactions, either as a principal or as a facilitator or third party to those transactions. I have no employees, no staff, no VA. I earn a full-time income from a part-time job. And I do that because I've developed systems and processes for efficiency. Most of my career, I've been behind the scene and working in the background, kind of like a puppet master. But today, now, I'm semi-retired and function as an equity investor and joint venture partner, and even a little mentoring. I invest in quality projects and quality people. I am, as I said, a commercial transaction engineer. Now, since I'm semi-retired, what I elected to do was I developed a virtual office for joint venture partners and customers. And during this presentation, I want to show you the virtual office I've created, what it contains, what you can do with it, and then at the end of the presentation, we're going to take a live tour and actually log into the back office, and you get a first-hand look at it. And you also get to feel my vibe and get to know me as well. So be sure to watch till the end, okay? Got it? But before I begin, I want to give a big shout out and a special thanks to Omar DeCory, at thevideodepth.co and to Myron Golden for the inspiration I received from them for launching this video. All right. Thanks for the Rhema words, guys. And I look forward to connecting and hooking up with you guys real soon. But I want to give a big thanks to you. Now, during this presentation, I'm going to show you the system I designed and developed for my JV partners and apprentices and customers. All right. So having said that, let's just get right to it. And we're going to just jump right in here and get this thing going here. All right. First of all, remember, the first thing is that I want you to remember is that this is created for joint venture partners, all right, and apprentices. It's the tools to do the deals, the skills to do the deals, the knowledge to do the deals. So we give you the knowledge, and in gathering the knowledge, we develop the skills to actually implement and execute. So you're going to see that everything is included here. Big break here. My approach and your approach should be to financing is that it is a game. These are the money games, the buying of money and the selling of money. All right. It's a game. And the thing about games, and I use the game approach to teaching this and for you to understand it, because every player at the table in the game has a different objective. It's called their perspectives. You want to talk with the buyers. The buyer's objective basically is to purchase for as least as possible. The seller's objective is counter, total opposite, is to get as much for their property as they can. The realtor's objective is to sell it for as much as he can because he was hired by the seller. So everybody's objective is different, and the lender's objective is to earn as much as he can off the deal. Of course, keeping it within his parameters and framework. And then, of course, there's you. And you're at the table. Now, here's what's interesting here. What you're going to learn and see is that you have the ability to sit at any chair at this table except the realtor's chair. We don't want to sit there, okay? Which means if you are looking for a buyer, you can become the buyer. And we show you how to do that. If you need a lender, we show you how to be the lender or to find one. All right. But remember, this is a game. So it's a mental shift, a little different approach. And the reason I use the game approach is because games can be learned. Okay. And games have objectives. And the ultimate objective of any game is to win. Right. And games have rules. And games have players. All games have players. And all games have plays. And all games have moves. And to be good at the game, you want to make moves and be able to anticipate counter moves. Secret one in playing this game. Buyers are never paid. Never. They always pay. That's what buyers do. Buyers don't make money. Buyers pay. To make money in these games, you have to sell something. I just like selling money. And I like selling money, big money solutions. Okay? So grasp this game mindset. And we're going to look at the foundation here. All right? So here's a loose truth. Any enterprise is built upon wise planning and becomes strong through common sense and profits wonderfully by keeping abreast of the facts. Now, I want you to notice this word, enterprise. Anything you're entering into, there should be a prize in it for you. And you get that is built by wise planning. That's kind of what we're doing here. Become strong through common sense and profits wonderfully by keeping abreast of the facts. Loose truth. It takes wisdom to build a house, an understanding to set it on its firm foundation, and it takes knowledge to furnish its rooms with fine furniture and beautiful drapes. To learn, you must want to be taught. To refuse reproof is stupid. You got it? It's God's word. Proverbs 24:3-4 and Proverbs 12:1. Now, commercial financing. The key foundation to building this virtual office was I had to deal with the foundations. And I started with servers. I had to learn about servers. I went with the core, the best, not the cheapest, with the best. And a virtual office has to have a solid and robust hosting foundation. And after working with over 10 hosting providers, I elected to use Liquid Web for my hosting because they were the best for what I wanted, the customization, and they listened to the things that I want to do. So I have a real solid foundation for my virtual business. That was the first thing. Now, in the office, the virtual office, there are 3 modules, 3 components, 3 sections, not 300, 3. Less is more here. The less you have to do, the more powerful it is. The more you have to do, the less effective it is. We have a training module, a software module, and a resource module. All right. And in the training module, these are courses, video courses. The Financing Masterclass teaches all of the strategies and fundamentals for putting together deals. You can go there and learn that and do good. Do one deal and terminate all your debt and be done with it. Just be strategic, stay focused. The Straight Line Sales course is a course by Jordan Bedford. It's about selling, how to sell yourself and your services to yourself and to your clients, and how to be sold on yourself. And the third one is a Straight Line Writing course on how to write effective ads and letters of communication. 4 is a local property flipping course on how to structure a 6-figure transaction in 29 days. I've done it like 4 times, and the shortest time I did on it was 29 days. Started on April the 1st and was done before the month was over. It was 29 days. So that's a strategy, and in that course, it covers all the details involved in that. Second module is the software module. Remember the analogy of the plumber with no tools? These are the tools for fixing things. You have the financing data bank for keeping up with your data, your contacts, your resources. You have the commercial loan packaging software. You can use that as a front-end product to sell. You can sell it as a service. You can make it and position it where anyone that basically wants financing for above 80% loan to value, you require that those packages be professionally packaged. And of course, you do it for a fee. Your fee can run from $500 to $5,000. That depends on you and the value you bring to it. 3 is a local property flipping course, the actual software and modules associated with it. And lastly, the key document is the financing document creator. In other words, this software has all of the tools and documents you need to do anything and everything you experience and learn in the masterclass. All right. Now, in the resource module, it includes a short and long-term lender list, pre-written ads, 15 classified ad services, 12 social media sites for marketing. And the cool thing about all of these resources, the government sites for research and the real estate forums and the tools in it, once you log into the office, you don't have to log out. You're able to access all of these resources without ever logging out. All right. On the front end, that's the front side of your virtual office that the world sees. You may refer to it as the landing pages on the front side of the website. It's called the front end. This is optional. You don't have to have this to do what we're talking about. The back end is where the magic works and where you get deals done. and put things together. Now you can have the front done. We're going to see both, the front and the back. All right, but this is optional, and what it includes: 20 plus web pages, 15 custom forms and applications, lead generated opt-in pages for snatching and gathering emails and prospects, premium themes and plugins. You got a lot of stuff in there, and they're beautiful and effective websites. But we're more concerned about the functionality than we are about the beauty, because it can look good, but it's got to do good. Feel me on that? But what can you actually do with this stuff, right? Okay, you got all this stuff. So what can you do with it? Well, let's see. For starters, you can embrace this concept of buying or selling money. You can buy or sell money. That's what this boils down to. Remember, buyers don't make money, sellers do. So sell something. You want to generate income, you're going to have to sell something. You're not going to get it buying something. Because if you buy a single family home, an ugly house, to fix it up, you can fix it up. It's going to take money to fix it up, and you fix it up, you're not going to make any money until you either sell a lease or sell the property. Just want you to remember that. A lot of investors give me a lot of pushback on it, but it's okay. All right. So one, you can sell commercial loans with the training and the information in this office. You can sell hard money loans, and the benefit in the hard money versus regular loans is hard money loans close fast. So you're talking about like 5 and 10 days. It's hard money. And hard money just ain't hard to live with long term. All right. You can purchase properties for yourself. If you want to purchase some income properties, you know exactly how to do it, step by step, nothing missing. All right. You can flip properties or flip the financing. That's a whole nother conversation. But you'll know how to do that. And you can make and learn how to make money-making offers. Remember, I mentioned earlier about brokering your own loan. This is a process for doing that. You can't find a buyer, become the buyer. All right. You can do consulting, and that's basically selling your knowledge to clients, helping people. $4,000 to $5,000 for a 1-2 hour consultation, or to assist an individual in a process, or to provide them with a map, a blueprint to implement and execute to get the funding or the financing that they want. All right. Buying, selling, financing, or creating paper. This is about the closest you'll ever get, creating paper, to having your own bank. Because here you're creating cash flow notes, whether you're selling a property or buying a property. And in the training, there's an example illustration in the course on exactly how that actually works. You'll learn how to purchase and finance portfolios, whether it's one property or 21 of them or 6 of them. Doesn't matter once you understand the fundamentals of the financing. All right. And we have a training from going from residential to commercial. And of course, the joint venture opportunities for all site owners. So anyone that has this package automatically qualifies for the joint venture opportunity. You simply have to apply. That's all you have to do is apply. All right. And the latest and the hottest and the newest thing for me is business and equipment financing. And you'll see why. And then when we go into the back office, I'll show you why. All right. It's different. Everything else is pretty much real estate related. This is a different sector. This is business and equipment financing. So, practical uses of this. Take the training and do total debt termination and give yourself 5 months to do it. Get it done in less than 6. You can get it done in 90 days if you dial in. All right. Fund your retirement account. If you're having a retirement account and it's not as strong as you want it to be, this is a quick way to get there. Because see, when you are selling money, you're not acquiring debt. And when you terminate your debt, you're automatically freeing up capital and freeing up your lifestyle. If you eliminate the debt, you'll increase your standard of living just by doing it. All right. So you can use what you learn in the office to fund your retirement account. Or if you have a retirement account, how about challenging yourself to matching it? Have 2 of them. Or fund an education fund. Finance your education for a kid or a grandkid or a family member. Or set up a scholarship fund. All right. Or start a new part-time business learning some new skills. Now remember, this is a part-time business. It's not full-time if you do it correctly. Now, if you don't do it correctly, it'll be a full-time business that generates no income. You want it to be a part-time business that generates full-time income. What else can you do? You can sell money in niche markets. Real estate acquisition, real basic. Business acquisition, a little different. Equipment financing, whole new world. Inventory financing, that's different. And small business startup financing, that's good. And of course, there's construction financing. And that goes back to whether it's the construction of a plant or an apartment or a hotel or a nuclear power plant. It's more like infrastructure financing, but construction financing. And then of course you have business credit lines. These are services that you can sell. All right. And what I want you to remember is it's only a game. It's just a game of moves and counter moves. And you learn the games and you just play them. What you do, just like you play cards, poker, golf, you learn the rules, practice, and then you start the game. This is no different. It's a game. And I want you to look at it that way. It's not a life or death situation. This is a game of moves and counter moves. You pick your game. It's not complicated. Learn the rules. Define your objectives. That means, what do you want to accomplish here? All right. We dial in on that because that's so important. Then you learn the players and their agendas or their objectives. And then you practice and master your plays. And then you make your moves to start your game. All right. And you anticipate counter moves. For instance, if I want to push a financing game, I'll make an offer on a property. That's the start of the game. And typically I make an offer full price, so I don't have no negotiating to do on the price. You know, it's more of executing, not negotiating. But that's how you start it. If I want to do a flip, I run an ad. But I do something, take some type of action to actually begin playing the game. So what we're going to do is going to go into the office here, and then we're going to show you the actual tour of the office. We're going to log in and going to jump right into it. All right, this is the back office, and we're going to log in here. This is actually the login panel. That's what it looks like. We're going to log in here, and I'm going to show you those items that we were talking about here. All right, so game concept is important that we maintain that. And here is the masterclass training videos. It's a 9-hour video course. Here's a straight line persuasion course, and all you do is click the link here and you're in here, and you just go through it. They aren't that long, but they're very, very effective. They'll make a big difference in what you're doing and save a lot of time. All right. And this is the other course, and this is the local property flip course. These are all video courses. You simply click it, and this one is not very long, a couple hours, but you take good notes. There's the strategies for actually flipping local property. So all of the courses are over here. All right. As we go down, the second module is the software. The financing document tutorials are here. You can click here and watch the tutorials on the document creator here. and just watch them, and everything works just like that. You don't have to log out once you log in. Okay, that's what that's for. This is the financing document creator online version. You have a website, you don't need that. This is the financing data bank software for keeping up with your clients and properties and lenders and deals and things in here. That's what it does. It has a tutorial how to zip, and these are downloads. You don't have to purchase them. You have to use them. And then this is the Underwriting Pro software. It only works on Windows machines, not a Mac version, but it is for packaging loans. And as I said, you can turn this into a service. Anyone framework settings. Anyone looking for financing above 85% LTV, you require that those packages be professionally packaged for $500 or underwritten for $1,500. Regardless, it's a front-end product. All right. Here are links to the coaching and joint ventures over here. Okay, these are the Module 1 training, Module 2 software. And here are the resource modules. All of these. You want hard money lenders? Here's some tips, things you can do now with this training. You can, it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of content in here. Okay. Fast start tips. And one of the key tips is decide what you want to get done. Not look at what you can do, because that list is long. You want to decide how much money you want to make, how soon you want to make it, and then take the shortest path to getting it. All right. And here, hard money, which is smart money, as long as you're not buying it, because hard money loans close fast and they pay well. These are short and long-term lenders. These are business financing lenders, and you just click the button here and they're there. All right, just like that, they're in there. And then there's church financing. I don't do that. I don't think churches should be in debt, but there's me. And here you have pre-written ads. If you want something you want to do, you come here and find the ad for it, and you just copy and paste. All right, all from your single office. Okay, and come further down. These are a list of all the free classified ad services, and all you have to do is click it and get it. That's how it all works. Social media sites, you want to run some ads in your social media accounts, you can access them directly from here. If you need to find a property to play with, we give you some sources. Here on these properties, now when I play this game here, I'm making offers on these properties. I'm not trying to do nothing else. I'm going to facilitate a transaction. And you'll learn about that in the masterclass. Government resources. This is awesome to be able to come in here and research all kind of stuff and get data on an area, on a project, even on an individual. You need to set up a escrow, do a little title work. You can come here and go and get that done. If you need legal forms, you probably would not need legal forms. And I want to show you why. And over here is a list of forums. If you want to run ads, you copy your ads, click here, go in here and place the ads, or the post, whatever you want to call it. And here, if you want to work with local RIAs, you have the 4 of them here. Find one, find a local RIA, national RIA, or RIA meetups. You can find some, you can sell money. That's what you're doing here. This is CTL, finance a little advanced stuff. It's called credit tenant lease, but the equity partners need to know about this because we do work there. Here you're talking about 10, 15, 20-year leases. And these are some net lease lenders who specialize in that type of financing. And then here is our business financing portal. And this takes you straight to our private bank where you submit your deals directly to them. Pretty cool, right? All from your office. And you can also submit your deals with your JV partners. You can submit your deals here, and all we do is put them together and split the profits. Now, let's look over here on the right side. You have a lot of tools over here, but I want you to focus on this one. And it's called the Document Creator. And what it does, it's going to create all the documents you need. So let's see if we got any saved in here. Nope. But what we do, here you're able to make all of the documents you need. And we'll do a separate video on that. The consulting agreement. You use a consulting agreement when you have a client. All right. And all you do is fill in the blanks. It'll make the document. You put your name in here. All right. Your client's name up here. And down here, you have the option of deciding whether this is going to be an exclusive agreement, a non-exclusive agreement. You give it a name. And if you're doing an equity deal where you're taking 10% equity in it, you put in here 10% equity. And of course, we convert the equity to debt. And if you're getting 2 points here, 3 points, you put it here. And if you are getting a consulting savings fee, you'll learn about that in the training. And if it's 50%, you put 50, which is pretty cool. You know, but this makes those documents. And then once you make the document, you can save it. And what it does, it keeps it on the server. And you can go back in and edit it, and it creates a PDF. I'll make a separate video with documents on it. If you want, just throw your hands up. Just hit me up and let me know. What else is in here? I just want to show you. All of them work the same way. You simply fill in the blanks. The LOI creator. Here, forget writing contracts. It's your LOIs. You need no money to do it. And it's no legal obligation, and you're not bound. All right. Same thing here. You go in here and you shoot offers, make offers to make deals. You have your pick your state. You have your terms down here. You know, you can, whether it's all cash or subject to whatever, and you put your terms in here. The key to the most powerful aspect of this is using the terms and condition. See, the terms and condition are more important than the price. I'll pay you $1 million for your $50,000 house. You say, why? Because of the terms I'm going to ask for. Terms. What is it going to cost? It's going to cost me $50 a month. For what? For 200 years. What do I care? I can afford it. So I'll pay $1 million for a $100,000 house because of the terms. The terms I can afford. The same rule applies to how I sold a $10 million property for $11 million. It's because of the terms. It wasn't just the price. All right. But this document, the whole separate training on this, but this is the tools that my JV partners have to play this game. All right. I'm just showing them to you. Now, also in here is a certification letter. Well, I'll talk about that last, but here's a contract agreement. Let's say you're meeting with a lender and he say he'll pay you, but he can't put it in writing. You come in here and you put it in writing. And it's a contractor's agreement. As a consultant, whatever the lender tells you, you put it in here, and this thing digitally signs with your name, and you can name the file and everything. But that's one of the documents that's included. Okay. Now, this certification letter is interesting. So you have a consulting agreement. That's for your clients. You have the LOI creator. That's for making offers. You have the contract agreement. That's for working with lenders. It's an independent contractors agreement. All of them have NCNDs built into it. You'll see it because all you do is fill in the blanks. The software actually creates the verbiage in the legalese in the document. Now, this is a very interesting document. And what it is called a certification to investor letter. This document here is a document I use when there's a deal going on and there's a debt that's about to be paid off. And let's just say it's a $2 million debt, and I'm going to get to seller. In the way this works, I don't offer prices. I just ask them what will it take. I used to make offers. I don't do that no more. I rather ask you what you'll take. And on the $2 million note that I know is going to be paid off, the guy asked him what will you take for that, for all cash 30-day close, and he says $1.8 million for the $2 million payoff, which means what? That means I just picked up $200,000 out of that transaction. It's kind of like an arbitrage. Some people can do it, some can't. I can, because I'm not a realtor and I'm not a SEC licensee. So I'm simply going to profit from the process. So here I pick up $200,000. So how do I do that? This document does that. And what's interesting about this document is kind of like a bearer bond. It doesn't have my name on it anywhere. And basically what this says, the holder of that note, that $2 million note, this document gives me the right to buy it or to sell it, or what the note. But I'm not putting any money in it. Why am I not putting money in it? Because I'm not buying it. As long as you avoid the word sale, you're going to be good. When you start talking about sale, you're going to have to put cash in the deals. We're not looking to put cash in. Remember, buyers don't make money. We're looking to pull cash out. This is a difference. This is an option to purchase, but we don't call it an option. We call it a certification letter. And here's basically what this document does. The guy I fill it out and send it to him. He signs it, have it notarized. And basically what it is saying is that I have the right to buy the $2 million note for $1.8 million. To whoever holds it. And who do I give it to? I give it to the closing agent. I don't give it to the lender. I don't give it to nobody. I give it to the closing agent. So I come here, put in the price, fill out the blanks, the terms, the county and book and all that stuff, and go from there. But that's what it's used for. So you use this form to benefit and profit from discounts and payoffs, aka an arbitrage. All right. And that's mainly what's in the back office here. Of course, there's some other things in here, but we don't want to overwhelm you with all that. But mainly what I want you to see, and what my JV partners will need, is to use this portion of the site. Come here, learn the game. It's a 9-hour video course that I did. All right. Here, learn how to sell yourself and your stuff. If you need to write, fine. If not, you can skip that. If you want to do a flip, you can skip that. If you don't, you want to go through this and then decide what kind of numbers you want to turn, and consult with me, and we can refine your strategy. All right. You get into this program, everyone that has it, we have weekly coaching on this stuff and individual consulting. So it comes with the package. All right. Now that's the back side of the website. That's what it looks like. Now in here, we're going to do some geeky web stuff. In here are your forms. And I want you to notice you got 28 different forms for different stuff, depending on what you're doing. All right. So there's no slack or lacking in the program in tools and resources for doing stuff. Bottom line is we're going to play these money games. You want to play the selling game, just a hint. Playing the buying game, if you want to buy some property, that's fine. But just understand, there's another game to play too. The buying game is easy. That's just getting in debt. It's nothing wrong with buying properties if that's what you want. That's your objective. You know how to do that. But buy the right kind of properties and buy it correctly. All right. Now, that's what we have here. You got forms, you got everything here on the back end you need. Now, we're going to look at the front side of this website. Now, this back end is the office itself. This is the virtual office right here. Okay. This is it. Now, we can have down here, we can add all kind of stuff. But as I said earlier, more is not necessarily better. We don't want to overwhelm you. We want to empower you. We want to keep it simple. Now, This is the back office. This piece that we're looking at here is the virtual office. This is the back end. Now we're going to take a look at the front end. And this is what the front end looks like of the virtual office. All right. This is a construction niche here. Okay. And here are the programs. And here are the lead gens. All right. It's that loan packaging service that we talked about. You have also here consulting service. People can hit you up and reach out to you. Over here, loan packaging, that's a service. You don't do that for free. All right. And over here is a deal analysis lead gen, where you just get to look at, to analyze transactions that people are doing to get a second opinion. All right. But that's what this site looks like. And that's the back end. And what I want to show you, well, is on the pages. This site, it has 21 pages on it. All right. And it has a blog on it. But we don't have all that, we don't have all of that showing, because if you come here, we got the loan programs, we got real estate programs, bridge loans for real estate, hard money for real estate. And then here we have business financing, or business programs. And this takes you straight to the portal. Now, the way these business things set up, we give you a direct link to the bank. So all you do is tap in. You just send a link to your client, and the rest just happens. All right. And the services, these are the links to the pages that we saw earlier. All right. So that's my virtual office. Now, what I want you to do is tell me what you think about it. And if you're interested in applying, just follow the instructions at the end of the video. But that wraps it up here. It's Durante Parks, and hey, thanks, Omar, for getting me to make my first YouTube video. So, all right, I appreciate that. And hats off, kudos to you too, Byron. I mean, you guys are awesome. So anyway, it's my first YouTube video, shooting it up. And I'm going to get ready for the second one, where I'm going to actually go through the documents and show you the document creator in action. All right, we'll see you on the next one.